What's up, y'all? I ain't gonna lie. I had a whole like other video plan, like where I had scripted it out and kind of like wrote kind of a framework of how I wanted the video to go, and like just something in my spirit was like, nah, we just gonna talk from the heart and keep it 100. And then that made me kind of think. I was like, all right, well, let me just do a series, a video diary series where it's like 100 episodes of me talking about, 12 years of content creation, lessons, insights, tips, anything that I can think of that like I can provide value to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be like this whole special thing. I mean, I can shoot it in whatever way I want, but like just talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? And I think one, it just holds me accountable and getting 100 episodes done. It's a great milestone to hit. And while we're in between shooting for this and the high frequency show and higher thoughts and the vlog that shows more of the behind the scenes for the business and stuff like that, I think this video diary series would be a good way to kind of like talk about learnings along the way, things that happen. And I think like even with this first episode, I wanted to talk about a particular thing that happened to me this week. And I think the whole like theme around this first video diary is just like about living in your higher nature, right? Your higher conscious and not your lower conscious. Sorry, I'm burping and shit. I got this cucumber, celery, fennel, spinach, lemon, ginger situation from this clean juice spot. Delicious. That's part of living in your higher nature too, making sure you fuel your body in the right way. But one quote that has been like really like in my mind a lot this past 2 weeks is a quote that is, complexity is easy, simplicity is hard. And the reason why I like that quote is because it's very true. Like a lot of times, whether it's businesses, personal brands, things like that, we'll try to like add on more when we feel like a certain thing isn't working, when the boring work feels like it's not working, but it's really breaking down your processes and systems in the most simplistic way, right? And it just made me think about that when it came to this video diary series. Like I was about to do a whole thing where I'm like doing a bunch of, crazy documenting and all this stuff. But I'm like, I'm already doing that for the High Life vlog series, which is great. And that's fun doing this. This can be a little bit more raw, like I'm roaring. This can be a little bit more raw, a little bit more real, rugged along the way. I think it'd be cool to take the camera outside if I'm like, just want to talk outside, get some like shots of that and maybe put some music and stuff like that. Who knows? Like creativity is weird like that. It's perplexed. It's free flowing. It's exactly why we created High Frequency and why we want to do the work we want to do in building this agency. It's just because creativity is just right side thinking, right? Cast your net to the right side. Catch more on the right side. That's your creative brain. That's your brain that has to be delusional to get stuff done. That's your brain that makes sure you live in your highest purpose, highest nature to get things done. And so with this video diary series and the 100 episodes, they'll span from a wide range of topics. And I don't ever want to limit myself to anything. I want to be able to just have a free for all and like be able to talk to you guys. And it's not a monologue, it's a dialogue. And like you guys can talk to us in the comments and talk to me in the comments. And like we can keep talking to each other and figure stuff out and tell your story. I'll tell mine of what happened to me. But for this week, it's a lesson in living in your higher purpose. So Wednesday, I woke up and I had got an email that sucked, right? Let's just say the email was about me having to pay an amount of money that I did not want to pay for something. Now, they call it your reptile brain, like the brain that's just stuck in the same thing over and over, right? Your lower nature will immediately tell you to go into victim mode. Lower nature will immediately tell you to complain, but that's not the frequency you want to live in, especially if you don't want to get complaining results, right? Negative results. But of course, we're human, so lower nature is going to pull you down. It's going to try to keep you down there. But so when I got this email, I had just got done reading my Bible. So it was like a test from God. As soon as I got done reading my Bible, I got this news and I was like, okay, higher conscious thinking, right? So there's 3 planes. There's the mental plane, the physical plane, and the spiritual plane. And we got to be at our highest conscious for all of these planes to be able to work for our favor. That's a whole other video when it comes to like the 7 hermetic principles and higher conscious thinking and things of that nature. And I'll probably do more videos on that too, because I've been studying that and getting insights from that. And I would love to like pour into you guys with that as well, especially if it can help you be more creative, get more money, get more abundance, get better relationships, all those things. So when I seen this email, I said, okay, we got to operate at a higher conscious. I took a walk, and the benefits of taking a walk are tremendous. Like, I got in sunlight. I immediately felt good, right? I'm moving my body. Those endorphins are going. Those endorphins are rolling. They're making me think positive. They're making me feel good. I'm in nature, which of course we are directly connected to nature. Our higher source is directly connected to nature. It's all around us. Like all this stuff we are connected to, attached to nothing, connected to everything. A beautiful quote. And I can't remember who said the quote, but it's a beautiful quote. So I took a walk. I thank God. I thank the Most High that I was just outside, that I was able to breathe, that I was able to walk, because I could not have woke up that day, right? I could have not woke up. I could have been in a hospital bed. I could have not had my health. And we need all these things to survive. We need all these things to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So I took my walk. I came back. I had fixed a little coffee and I'm chilling, right? And something told me that this was a time for me to be vulnerable and open to my inner circle of people. And I think this is another key to higher conscious living, is you need to surround yourself with higher conscious people. So I was able to talk through a couple of things with some friends, with some homies. And the whole day I stayed up here, right? I didn't let my energy go here. I made sure I ate the right foods. I still did my routine. I still went to work out. I still did all of those things. And the amazing thing is that morning I got that bad news. By the afternoon, early evening, everything was resolved. I didn't have a worry in the world. And I truly believe it's because I live from my higher conscious. I live from my higher nature. And when we create, we should create from a higher nature, because we packaging that energy and we putting that into the world. And I thought it was a beautiful thing. So like, whatever you going through right now, I know it's tough to like not be in victim mode. I know it's tough to not complain. I know it's tough to look out and feel like other people are getting more and other people are seeing more, but it's that frequency that you're emitting out into the world, right? That's allowing that to manifest in your life. Continue to live at a higher nature, right? Continue to put the right foods in your body. Continue to show up the way you need to show up. Continue to stay in your routine even when you don't feel like it. Continue to always be in a higher conscious mind state. And I promise it's going to work out just fine. That was a big lesson for me this week, because I too had struggled with like something would happen and immediately I want to like blame, or immediately I want to feel bad for myself. And like, you can't feel bad for yourself, right? You have to make sure that you understand that even in the word, in the Bible, it says that you will go through things. Like, you will go through these things, but like, they not gonna stop you, right? God is always with you. Your higher nature is always with you. The highest frequency is always with you. Cast your net, cast your thinking to the right side, cast your thinking to the creative side. That's why life without creativity is dangerous. Quick interruption. Make sure y'all tap in with the link in the bio to subscribe to the High Frequency newsletter for free. Weekly newsletter that goes out giving creative tips to enhance your life, whether that's skill sets, whether that's locations, how we pick them, whether that's systems, how we do them, whether that's wellness tricks, whether that's mentality, whatever it is, we are giving it to you for free every week. And we're going to keep deep diving, keep learning, keep growing that community. And as we add more stuff to the business, you'll be the first to know whether we're launching products, whether we're doing meetups. We want you to be there and we want you to have first access so you can subscribe for free. Share it with somebody who may be looking for more creative tips. Last week's newsletter, I went into a deep dive about how I organize my notes for productivity. It'll be some written by me, some written by our CEO, Bree, and maybe we'll add writers in the future, man. We want to give tips and tricks, whether that's, with production, whether that's with branding, personal branding, whether that's with strategy when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to being creative, the frameworks that we may be using, but it's going to be a good newsletter for you to tap into. We're going to keep growing it, keep scaling it. Make sure you hit the link in the bio and subscribe to the High Frequency newsletter. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you. We need this creativity to be able to continue to be able to fix things, to be able to solve problems. As you can see in the episode that we did, we talked about it. Like it's a beautiful thing when you living in your higher nature. Don't let lower nature get to you. And there's so many aspects of lower nature that we can get into in other videos, because I don't want to go into so many different topics in this one video. But consider this episode 1 of the video diary series. And I think I know I want to go to 100 episodes. It's going to be tough, I think, because at the same time, running operations and getting the business situated in order to service is one aspect of it. Planning for the next season of the High Frequency Show is another aspect of it. Making sure I capture the right footage for the vlog is another aspect of it. But this is my life and this is what I love to do. And when you get to a point where you love to do the thing, not that it doesn't feel like work, but like Tim Cook said at Apple, he said there's an old saying that when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. But he was like, here at Apple, when you love what you do, it does feel like work, and you're going to work as hard, probably harder than you've ever worked before, but the tools just become lighter, right? You be able to communicate better. You're able to edit better. You're able to show up for your people better because you just keep working over time. With this video diary series, I have to keep showing up. I have to keep getting better. I have to articulate myself better. I have to grow in confidence better. Even though I've been doing it for 12 years, there's still more to learn. And I think that's what makes this whole creative journey exciting. There's still more to learn. I'm never going to stop learning. Always a student and sometimes a teacher, right? Always a student, sometimes a teacher, always getting better, always growing, always learning. So within these 100 episodes, I'll learn as well. I'll learn what I like talking about even more. I'll learn how I might even come up with a whole nother idea from doing these episodes, but they compound on top of each other. I continue to show up. I continue to provide value to you guys. We continue to build the community. We continue to help each other grow. We continue to have like-minded people. I love seeing all the comments of people loving the direction and people loving the journey and following along, because we all have a journey and we all are trying to get somewhere. And as long as we're getting to a place of inner peace as well, I think that's the truly important thing. This gives me inner peace in such a transitional place of my life. Honestly, being able to give back and talk and give insight and meet new people and see you guys' positive comments, all these things help during such a transitional phase of my life. And, leaving California and being here with my mom and visiting family, and then being able to, move to Seattle and continue the business and, have business set up there and, And then what's next after Seattle, we don't know. But like, just keeping the creativity rolling during these times is such a saving grace, and I thank God for it. And I want to continue to grow in my faith. I want to continue to grow in my frequency, stand on business, you know what I'm saying? Stand on high frequency business, you know. And the high part of high frequency is harnessing energy, yielding results. That's what all this is about, right? This video diary series, it can help me harness energy, help you guys harness energy. Everything we do in life has to go in first. So you have to harness the energy, and then you yield the results. As within, so without. You know what I'm saying? On earth as it is in heaven. Like, and as it is in heaven, which is internal, and then on earth, which is the physical. Like, all these things, these are just principles, laws that just govern the universe, and like, we are surrounded by it. And I'm excited. So I hope along this journey we can all learn from each other. I hope I can continue to provide value. Of course, if you want to hit me up personally, then my Instagram is @IRoamAlot. If you want to hit up the business, highfrequency@gmail.com, which that will be switched over in the next month or so. Our wait list will be launching soon for people who want to sign up to get one-on-one with our strategic YouTube branding, podcasting, the whole strategy, laying that whole thing out for you guys. For those who are creatives or in business and looking to push your business online. Content is so important, and it's something that it's going to be around for a long time. So our services for that will be up on our new website that will be coming soon, probably launching around October, the fourth quarter. We're at the end of the year, but that doesn't mean we have to stop growing. Like, people slow down at the end of the year. We don't need to slow down. We don't need to slow down. And when I say we don't need to slow down, I don't mean in terms of like connecting with yourself. In that way, yes. When I say we don't need to slow down, we don't need to slow down the process of getting better, right? The process of adding skill sets to our tool belt. That's the part we don't need to slow down. I think it's easy to get caught up in the holiday season. It's winter. It gets cold. You know, the Game of Thrones. Winter's coming. Yes, winter's coming. So let's prepare by continuing to be better, continuing to create, continuing to push content that matters, continuing to help people, put things in the world that are going to be able to have you solidified as an authority in whatever space you're in. I don't care if you are in welding. I don't care if you build figurines for a living, right? Whatever that thing is, there's a lesson in all of it, and somebody can learn from it no matter what. And I'm really glad that I did listen to myself and didn't go with the other script I had. Low key, also, I went to record and I put my camera on the tripod. Whole tripod fell apart. So I don't even know what type of energy that was. I don't know if that's just cheap energy from the cheap travel tripod I had, or what that was. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just come from the heart and tell them what I'm looking to do and how I want to continue to better myself so that I can serve others. Like, what I always ask God, what I ask the Most High every day is, how can you please provide me wisdom so that I can serve the people in a manner that is going to serve you. You know what I'm saying? Like, being of service is the best thing that we can do for ourselves. So let's continue to be of service. Let's continue to dial in. I didn't even know I was talking for 18 minutes. My bad, y'all. When it's in you, when it's in you, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? So comment down below. I'm super excited for this series. This is episode 1 of this 100 episode video diary series, video journal series, however you want to call it. But I'm excited to just be open, honest, vulnerable, grow the community, get people like-minded together. I think I want to create a Telegram too. There's so many things I want to do. I think I want to create a Telegram and like get all of us in there, and so we can just talk on the daily and, you know, get exclusive and, you know, just really dial in. I know we have our Patreon too. If you want to jump into our Patreon, we definitely about to be cranking up the content on the Patreon and just, you know, hopefully can give more exclusivity in there as well. So many great things, man. I truly love you guys who watch these videos. There is a hawk on top of this tractor. Anyway, I truly love you guys who watch these videos. Stay in your higher nature. Do not let anybody take you out your higher nature. Keep working on building your higher nature. It's velocity. Keep working on building your higher nature. I promise you. We're going to keep dialing in. We're going to keep getting better. We're going to keep showing up. I love y'all, and I see y'all on the next episode.